Hi, everyone. My name is Milu. Great to see you all, and welcome. I am working at WilWeg, and we would actually like to inform you as well that this webinar will be recorded and shared afterwards. It will also be posted on the YouTube channel of WilWeg. Then I'd also like to welcome the Dutch Embassy in China, and thank you also for organizing this webinar together with us. And of course, a very warm welcome to the Chinese CEAIE, who will share a lot of information about studying in China. What we'll talk about, this is the program. And yeah, we'll, as I already mentioned before, we'll have also a CIE talk, and then our Dutch student in China will elaborate on her studying abroad story. And we'll close with a Q&A, with a question and answer session. Yeah, so very briefly about WilWeg, we are the starting point of for students who want to go abroad, students and pupils who want to go abroad, and in this case, who might want to go to China for study, or an internship, or maybe a bachelor degree. This is us, or this is actually the WilWeg ambassadors and some colleagues of mine. Yeah, we're very happy to help you in this journey. Let's see. Yeah, then I'd like to welcome Anniek. I'm very curious about your story and how it is for you to study in China.
So my name is Anniek. I'm currently based in Beijing, studying at Peking University. And today I'll briefly take you through my experience here. I'm not saying that this is what it's like for everyone in China. Obviously, there are so many cities, so many regions in China, so where you are has a big impact on your experience. But I'll just share a bit of my personal experiences here in Beijing. So if we go to the next slide, you see that I'll first introduce myself a little bit about why I chose to come to China. Then I'll talk about some of the advantages, but also some of the surprises that I've experienced before moving, to the recommendations that I have for people coming to study in China, and some things to keep in mind. And then at the end, I think we have a Q&A. So moving on to the next slide. This is me. I'm originally from Utrecht. I did my bachelor's at Amsterdam University College, which is quite broad, as you might know. So it's officially liberal arts and sciences, but I focused on international relations. Then I moved to Paris for the first year of my dual master's. And then I started my year in Beijing to finish this master's in international relations. So I'm at Peking University, or Beida in Chinese, at the Faculty School of International Studies. And all my courses are in English, but if my Chinese were better, I could also take courses in Chinese. So why did I even come to China in the first place? I'm an international relations student, as I said, and if you study international relations, everyone's always talking about China as a rising power. And I obviously read a lot of news for my studies, and there are so many headlines discussing China, what's going wrong, geopolitics, and I really wanted to see for myself, what is it like in this immense country. I'm also very interested in the broader context, so the culture, the rich history, the language. There's so much to discover. So that's why I wanted to come here and see what it's like. So I came for 1 year, and it's been quite an experience. So moving on to the next slide, you can see some of the advantages that I really like about studying here. So first of all, obviously the exploring. China is so vast, so big. There are so many different regions, so many cultural differences. I've been on some very cool trips, for instance, to the border with North Korea. The other day, this photo was taken in Gansu province, which is, I think, the most underdeveloped province in China. And they have a Tibetan part. Super interesting. There are also many other benefits, such as the quality of life. And then I mostly refer to the affordability. If you come to China, especially as a Dutch student, you'll see that you have quite a lot of purchasing power. And that means you can live quite a luxurious life for a student. So you see great food, also taxis are very cheap, that kind of thing is an advantage. I just talked about my motivation for coming here, and this is something that I really experienced living here. The cultural immersion living in China, you just can't get that if you stay back in Europe, especially if you're studying China, but also in general, if you want to have a great experience living abroad, China is the place to go. So I've gotten better at the language, I've made a lot of Chinese friends, and this is probably the most important takeaway for me from my year here. And finally, something very practical, the convenience of living here. So on the photo, you see a campus canteen. You can get food for very cheap. It's all subsidized in the universities. You can also ride bikes as part of a shared bike system. Public transport is great. So overall, once you're into the system, it's very easy to live here. Moving on to the surprises, I just mentioned once you're into the system, sometimes that is a bit of a challenge. When I first started exploring possibilities for moving abroad, I also came across the Chinese website for Peking University, and it really looked very outdated. And I thought, oh God, what am I getting myself into? But then when I moved here, I realized that actually China is way more technologically advanced than any other country I've lived in. So everything goes via apps and mini apps within those mega apps like WeChat. Really, it's quite fascinating to see how this is all set up. Another thing that quite surprised me was the flexibility of things. So before coming here, I expected China to be quite rigid. I was also a bit intimidated by the amount of paperwork you have to do. So your visa, once you get here, you have to get a permanent residence if you stay here for more than one semester. And I just was a bit overwhelmed at some point. But then when I got here, I also realized things are not as rigid as they seem. So even if you do miss a deadline, it will be all right most of the time. Sometimes the system isn't made for foreigners, but people are really willing to help you and figure it out together. So this is somewhat of a reassurance, and I wished I'd known this before coming here. Then moving on to some other things to keep in mind if you come to study in China. Obviously, you will experience a language barrier, especially if you have never studied Chinese before. Not many people speak English. But that is also great for the cultural immersion I just mentioned. It's one big adventure. There's also the political environment to keep in mind. Honestly, I was quite surprised to see that there's a lot more possible than I initially anticipated, but still it's something to keep in mind. And then the three main things that I would advise you to consider are the air pollution. Sometimes it just gets pretty bad. Like on this photo I took in Lanzhou. It was during a sandstorm, so I had to wear a mask. And sometimes you have days in Beijing as well where the air quality is not great. But everyone does tell me it's already much better than before. And you can also check on this app, IQ Air, how bad it is, whether you need to wear a mask. And you can also get an air purifier. So there are ways to still cope with this. Same goes for the Great Firewall. Yes, you cannot access most of the Western social media unless you have a VPN. But most of the time, some of the VPNs do work. So I would advise you to get either Let's VPN or Mulvat before coming here. Just download it, and then it should be fine. And finally, a bit of on a lighter note, but something to keep in mind. I had class on Christmas Day, which I was just pretty sad about. I guess it makes sense with China's very different culture. They also have a different academic calendar. But this also meant that during the winter break, I had a month off, so I could travel a lot. So there's pros and cons to this different academic benefits. Then moving on to the last key concluding slide. I think overall, if I evaluate my time in China, I would recommend it to anyone. It's an enriching experience. I learned a lot, not just about the country and the culture, but also about myself. Many of the things that might be challenging, you can already prepare for. So the Great Firewall I just mentioned, and the air pollution. Talk to many people if you want to come here so you can prepare as well as possible, but also come here with an open mind and just have fun, because there is a lot of fun to be had. Thank you for listening, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. You can also reach out to me. On the next slide, I put my email address and my LinkedIn, and I'm always happy to help.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Anniek. That's a very nice story, and also very recognizable, as I've also studied in China, and I really resonated with what you said about the air pollution thing. You always have to check, how the air quality is when you are in Beijing. Okay, there's another question from Melle. How do you check the air pollution in Beijing? Yeah.
So on one of the slides, I mentioned this app, IQ Air. You can download it, and then every day just uploads. There are specific, what are they called? Like they do it via stations on different places in the city, and it just updates regularly with the current air pollution level. And then you can buy specific masks that will also help. So if you do need to go out, you are not completely unprotected. Also, you do get used to it. Initially, I was very sensitive to air pollution. Like I felt it in my throat, like a little tickle. But nowadays, sometimes even if it's bad, I don't wear masks. Yeah, you just deal with it. Yeah. I hope that answers your question, Melle.
Thank you. And then there's another question. What is the academic workload like for you?
Right, that's a great question, because I realized I maybe haven't touched on much of the academic life here in Beijing. I think compared to what I was used to in Amsterdam, it's not that high. Sometimes I feel like the expectations of foreigners aren't as high as of Chinese students. So I feel like my Chinese friends in their programs, they have a much higher workload. Whereas for me in the School of International Studies, it's very doable. Obviously, you have exams and papers, but it's not much more than back home, and sometimes even less.
Does that answer your question? With regards to academic workloads? Okay. Then another question. To what extent were you able to get unique insights about geopolitical stuff from your position as a student? And how approachable are professors, for example?
I think you have a really, it really depends on how proactive you are yourself. So if you come to Beijing with clear goals and expectations, you can get a lot out of your time here. So I, just like you, I was very interested in the geopolitical side of things. So I've been making a lot of Chinese friends, having those conversations with them. You need to deal with it sensitively, of course, but you can have really great conversations and get great insights. As for the professors, just go up to them. The classes that I'm in are usually very small, and they're very happy to interact with international students. Usually the Chinese students are a bit more shy. They're not as used to speaking up in class. So sometimes at the beginning of the semester, my professors also said, Chinese students, you should listen to the foreigners and look how they do things, because they're way more used to that interactive discussion style. So in that sense, I think you can have good academic discussions, but it really depends on the course and the professor as well. But right now on WeChat, I have the contacts of several professors, and I hope we do stay in touch, because you can have very interesting conversations with them.
Great. Yeah, thank you, Anniek, for answering this question. I think what I can do is also note that at the website of WilWeg, we also have a China page. And I can quickly show you. I think that's an idea for the people who have not seen it or who are not aware of it. So this is the China page. We refer indeed also to several other parties where you can find English Star programs. There are some universities also listed, as you can see on the page itself. These are mainly language courses and also master programs. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch. Yes. And then of course there's also the Beurs opener. So there are several Chinese scholarships available. And you can find, I can just show you, I think, again as well. You can see on our website, on the WilWeg website, the number of scholarships that are available for China. And as you can see, you can filter here. So there's a whole bunch, actually. So it's quite great news. And do make sure that you read the criteria carefully. And as you can see, you can also filter on education sector, the country for China then, and the university or what type of education you want to follow. And then also the which faculty is interesting for you. Let me see. Let's go back to this web page. Then there are also, of course, expenses that you will make, and this is also mentioned on the website. You can also see how to find a place or how to find an apartment or a room while studying in China. And then, of course, there are some practicalities, such as how to apply for a visa and some safety remarks. And I also see here, if you have questions, you can contact the embassy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So good morning, everyone. I think I actually basically good morning, right? So welcome to this presentation on China education opportunities. So my name is Chen Hongling, and I'm the Senior Program Director of International Promotion. So from the China Education Association for International Exchange. So today I would like to, can I move for the PowerPoint for the next page? Or yeah, so for today, I will take you through the top reasons for why China is excellent choice for you for higher education and the various study options available living in China and the abundant education opportunities. So let's start and explore. So the first part will be why China. So I give you top reasons for studying in China. That is collected all from the international students. So the characters in right, you can see there are some will be the most popular reasons. So you can see the high quality and various scholarships and grants and broad career future and of course internship opportunities. And the last will be the reasonable cost. And so for China's offers a unique blend of higher education educations. So for the next page will be there are over 5,000 years of histories and diversified cultures. And for the next page will be you can see there are some pictures of the Great Wall, Forbidden City, Summer Palace, and the traditional Chinese clothes. So let's move to the next one. So did you know that China has the world's second biggest economy and its higher education system is rapidly improved? So for China's investment in technology has revolutionized daily life. So next one will be for the stimulus communications and the payment through platforms like WeChat and Alipay. So we can change for the next page. So you can see these logos here. And it is the efficient transportation via high-speed railways. These advancements have extended to healthcare and education. So the countries to fund research and development to drive further innovations. Let's move to the next part. So China is brimming with career and internship chances, especially for students and international students. Big names like Huawei, Xiaomi offer awesome internship So you can find these internship opportunities on their website. Okay, so for the next one will be study in China. There are vibrant social environments and amicable atmosphere there. So you can see a lot of the activities. And also for the next one, China's got some serious amazing nature sceneries with her mountains. There are a lot of pictures, so that not least all of them. Okay, so let's move to the part which we most like. So it will be the delicious Chinese cuisines. So it's renowned for the diverse flavors and unique cooking techniques. So here you can see there is a documentary like A Bite of China. So I would like to suggest you all to watch that documentaries. Okay, so for the next part will be study in China. I think this is the most important part for you to know how to study in China. So the first one will be China's academic system. So for you all, maybe for your petition to the master's degree and the doctorate degrees. So China has the students pursue a 4-year bachelor's degree and a 2 to 3 year master's degree, and a doctorate degree for those over 25, each stage building on their previous one's foundations. And the next one will be Chinese academic year, typically from September to July. Yeah, for this academic year. And with the new school year beginning on September the 1st, the year is divided into 2 semesters. The first running from September to January, and the second will from February to July, with breaks for winter and the summer holidays. So this schedule allows students to balance their studies with well-deserved rest periods, ensuring a comprehensive and effective learning experience. And for the Chinese higher education's quality and rapidly improving higher education. So in the world, QS World University Rankings 2025, there are 11 universities in top 100. And also for the Times Higher Education World University Rankings, there are 12 universities in top 100. So you can see some familiar Chinese universities name. And also for the Smart Education of China, you can see the website at the bottom of the page. So there are a lot of free courses in international languages, as well as the English languages to study for free. Okay, right now let's move to the next part. So what to study in China? So for the degree, for the programs, we separate for degree programs and the non-degree programs. So for you all, you would like to pursue master degree or doctorate degree programs. Also, if you are not quite sure about to learn degree programs, you can start from short-term programs. There are languages or summer programs and research scholar programs. They are very different. And also some students exchange programs. Yes, I've collected the questions from some of you are. So there are some questions about the exchange programs. So the programs varies from these universities in China. So if you would like to know more information about the prerequisites or the application procedure for the exchange programs, so you can find the programs on the website of each university. That will be correct the procedures. Okay, so for next one here, yes, here are the disciplines in China's higher education. There are a lot of, for sure. And for the next one will be the how to choose from a variety of academic disciplines. So there are 6 popular academic disciplines for your reference. The first one would be engineering and technologies, and also for the medicine, healthcare, and also the business and management. Yeah, and for the next one would be the how to apply. They're the prerequisite. For sure, if the degree programs, there are a lot of prerequisites, and of course, there are language requirements for the courses. So if you like to apply for the programs in Chinese, so you have to take the exam of the HSK. We call it like the Hanyu 考试. And also, if you like to apply for the programs in English, so you meet the English language proficiency requirements. So here is one note for you. So visit the university website and contact the admission office for more information about the requirements. And also, I've given you kind of the example for the CEAIE University, which is in Guangzhou province, like the South China. Here, they have the very clear application process and application materials to help you to prepare for the applications procedure. And next page will also be the procedures for you. They can write the procedures in English, and you can find them very clearly. And for the next one, so China's, for the next page. So here is the scholarships and the grants. So I think you would like to mark for the website at the bottom of the page. So you can find all the various scholarships from China. Some of the scholarships are from the Chinese government. So you can see the most popular would be the application guide for Chinese government scholarships. So yeah, that is between the Chinese and the people around the world, and promote China's exchange and cooperation with other countries in various fields. So the Chinese government set up scholarships for talented students and scholars to pursue higher education or conduct research in Chinese universities. So the China Scholarship Council, so we short for the CSC. So you can see the website here, studyinchina.csc.edu.cn. So insured by China's Ministry of Education, is responsible for the admission, enrollment, and administration of the Chinese government scholarship recipients. So you need to write down the website for your reference. Okay, so right now for the website, I've already listed the most useful website for you to find more information. So first one would be the government scholarships, and also for these other scholarship will be local government or school themselves have the scholarships. And also for the enterprise scholarships, there are a lot more enterprise scholarships and other scholarships, so you can visit the university website. And also here's some notes for you. So tuition paid by international students for different programs from different university vary tremendously. And so visit the university website or contact admission office so you can get more information. Okay, so besides the scholarships, there are some financial support available for, also for international students, not only for Chinese students. So you can join some part-time work opportunities, research. You'll be a research assistant, like RA or TA, and also there are loan programs, so you can apply by yourself and for your study. And also, so for the next one, I have already have 5 to 6 pages for the application guide for Chinese government scholarship. So they're separate for 4 parts. The first one would be what kind of the programs, so you can apply for the scholarships. And for the next page, so you can see here is so it's supporting categories, duration, institutions, and the majors. So they're not all of the majors they can apply for the scholarships. So you can find them on the website campuschina.org. And also, so what kind of the scholarship coverage? Here have the tuition fees and the documentary, and also some spending, and as well as the comprehensive medicine insurance. And for the fourth part will be eligibility for, so you can see I've already highlighted for some the academically excellent holder of a bachelor degree or master degree. So when we have the age, it's suitable for applying for a master or doctorate degrees. And also for the next page, so you can see some application process. So you can see that it is so you can follow with the process, and you can make a great scholarship applications. And for the next page, you can see all of the documents. So you have to prepare for the documents. So I've already highlighted for the documents for you. And the next page, you can see some pictures about what kind of the documents like. I know that is a little bit small for you to see. So later, I would like to send you about the formal ones by email or somewhere elsewhere. Okay, and now for the third part, I think living in China, that would be some kind of a relax. So living in China is an exciting experience for international students. So you will have access to convenient e-payment systems, modern transportation options, and comfortable accommodations. So, and also in your free time, you can enjoy vibrant social scenes and explore the country's stunning nature scenery, as well as the delicious Chinese cuisine. And also for in China, so daily life is incredible convenience. So you can see here some pictures from for the next page. You can see some pictures for the e-payment, transportation, and residence. And here is a picture for the accommodation conditions. So there are very different from each universities. And when you apply for the accommodations, you can see like single room, double room, and also some documentaries with air conditioning or some not. So you can choose what you are suitable for your accommodations. And also for the next page, you can see some international students who have already studied in China. There are some positive experiences and about their cultural immersions, academic achievements. So maybe they will give a little bit reference for that. Yes, so right now let's move to the part 4. Yeah, I would like to give you some more information about the China education opportunities. The first one will be, here is a website for, we call the Studunity. And that website, you can find some universities from each province in China. And also there are maybe more than 1,000 courses from all around China for international students. And you will find them by each providers or provinces. And something about how to apply for the programs and the visa things. So all about study in China. So you can remember that the website. And also for the next one here, another website would be the campuschina.org. Here also universities who apply for the international programs for the international students. So you can see here is a list at the website. So you can remember these two websites for more information. And as well as here, the new mass media for you to find more information. So if you like, please follow with this the Facebook or Instagram for that. And also for the QR code, here is you can download a Study in China brochure. So that brochure will be updated for each year and for all the international students and also for you all. And also for the next one, so for each year, we have the invite you to attend the 2025 China Higher Education Online Expo International Student Recruitment webinar. So for this year, we will hold that webinar like mostly on the November 2025. So we didn't have the detailed date for that. So maybe later we will, when we set up that date, I will let you, Milo or Mr. Wang, to know that. So we will invite over maybe 60 or more than 70 universities for you to explore high quality and international professional courses. So from each university, they have the admission office to give you a short presentations. That will be so detailed application things for you to learn for each universities. So welcome to join our webinar in November at that time. And also for the last but not least, so you have the action for studying in China, and you will find the explore opportunities. And if you are not set down for what to study in China, so you can visit China first for a short journal for that. And also you can apply for the scholarships, connect with alumni. I'm sure that maybe you have the relevance or alumni studying in China before, so you can ask and talk with them to know that. And also we would like to invite you all to attend the webinars and also join online communities. So I think that would be today's presentation for that. I know that it will be not the detailed things for you to apply for one program, but you have the total idea about how to find some more information to study in China. So I do hope that will be a little help for you all. Thank you. Thank you, Milo.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yay.
Thank you.
I'm so happy that you got an opportunity to share this
I'm
information
sorry about that. Yeah.
with us. No, I'm very happy with that. Thank you. I think we have some questions.
Yes.
So let's see. Yeah. Do you have any tips for looking for internships in China?
Yes, for sure. If you would like to find the internship, so you can have 2 ways. So the first one will be you contact with the university international office. They will give you a suggestion about some internships, because some companies or RA applications, they will have the internship opportunities to give the international office, and they will send these informations to all the international students. So the first one will be contact with the international office first. And the second one, so you can find on the website. So if you like to, for example, if you like to have the internship in Red Book, the little Red Book, 小红书, so you can find the website of 小红书, and here is the they have the recruitment page for the internships information. So I think that would be help with you. All right.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes. And move to.
Yeah, then there was.
I could maybe add on the internships and international relations, because I have many friends who are going through the same thing. I think it would be great to first, I mean, we're all Dutch here, so you should check out the Rijksoverheid website, because they have a specific page for internships, also at the embassy here in Beijing, but also for consulates in Shanghai, Guangzhou. So definitely check out that website. And otherwise, especially in Beijing, you have a bunch of international organizations like some UN agencies, NGOs. So they sometimes also have internship opportunities that might be interesting for IR students. I would definitely recommend you to network, to actively reach out to people and attend some events, because that's also how you sort of get to know what kind of organizations there are in the city that you're in. If you speak Chinese, then some companies might be interested as well. But do keep in mind that, especially if you're in Beijing, you're competing with a lot of excellent Chinese Mandarin, like native Mandarin speakers. So I would recommend also, especially the international organizations.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Thank you. And then I think there are 2 questions for Anniek that have not been answered yet. I think, Melle, I think you had a question about was about arranging living abroad. Anniek, I think she wants to know how did you go about it?
Right. I think when I was talking about what I wish I'd known, I referred to the flexibility. So I was very intimidated by the amount of paperwork. The slides that Ms. Chen just showed also show like you have to prepare to a certain extent, but you can still expect a certain flexibility, and in general, people are very willing to help. So I think that would be good for you to know before you come. It's reassurance. About the living situation, I don't know if you needed to have more information about that, but often there's student accommodation on campus. I am personally living off campus. That was a bit of an adventure to find something, but again, WeChat is your friend. So connecting with people and finding agencies that can help you look for houses is very useful. What was the other question we do?
There's another one, indeed. This is about the level of English in China. Did you refer to people in China in general, or did you mean Chinese students at your university?
I meant Chinese people mostly outside of university. I think most university level students are very able to speak English, but sometimes they're a bit shy. So when you try to make Chinese friends, usually the people that are already interested in going abroad or international relations will be the easiest to approach. They'll be more willing to practice their English. But there's also other people beyond the international relations bubble that are very fluent in English. And obviously your professors are too. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Do keep in mind that Mandarin, if that's your native language, I mean, there is a big difference. So when you take courses in English, I think they would be better if they were completely in native level Mandarin. But that's always, I also studied in France. It was also the case for the French lecturers.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. There was something about you need to make an account. Oh, on the CSC website, it requires a login.
No, we'll find the informations to apply for that. You don't need to log in. But when you decide to make the application for the scholarships, you need to log in. Yeah.
When you want to apply for a scholarship. Yeah.
Yes.
Clear. All right. Yeah, I think those were the questions. I think then I want to thank you again, Hongling, to
Thank you, Milo.
share your information and share your knowledge about studying abroad. Yeah, and I think we've come now to the end of the webinar. I hope you guys are all well informed now. And the last thing that I wanted to show you or share with you is if you do decide to go to China and study in China, you can always become a WilWeg ambassador. And this is the last slide that I want to share with you. I mean, maybe Anniek knows this page already, or maybe not, but I was just to have a look. Then you can also become a WilWeg ambassador, and you can, share your experiences in China. Or when you're back in the Netherlands, you can share your experiences with other students.